Beautiful people, hello. Look, what's the date today? 2nd of April, 2020. Don't usually stick the date on it, but I thought I'd just do it today just for the point of this video. Look, I think with what's happened, and I've shared in other videos, I've done other social media platforms, I think there's certainly a lot of bullshit behind what's going on, and I think the media's played a lot of stuff, and I think it's playing into the hands of a lot of people. Now, that being said, I also think it was at a level meant to happen. There's a chap called Peter Crone. I think he's an expat English guy, lives in California, and he was saying, I saw him on an interview with another guy I follow, Kerwin Ray, out of Sydney, and they were saying, specifically Peter Crone was saying, if it was meant to happen differently, it would have. Now, I love that, and that resonates so deeply with me because the tiny little bit of stuff I've started looking at with, the quantum sciences about the universe, with my deep spiritual beliefs about life, and they complement each other beautifully. The cool thing about that is we from our humanness and through our emotional state, the way we perceive stuff, we've been taught that how we see things is the be all and end all of life in this universe. Remembering this universe that we perceive and believe to be abundant, infinite, no start, no end. And yes, I'm going to use the religion thing here. This is not about to slag religion. It's not about that. There's some beautiful spiritual, evolved things within religion. And there's also a lot of bullshit. And that's for a lot of things too. The expansiveness of who we are evolving moment to moment to be, and we never stop growing and evolving. And I think the challenge is we've come through school, again, a conditioning platform, to believe that we're insignificant, to believe that we actually don't matter, to believe that fundamentally we're just a cog in a system. I think with what's happened at the moment on the planet with the stuff going on, just my perspective, if this ruffles some feathers, beautiful. If it gets you to sort of be open to the possibility that what you have perceived and conceived up until this moment won't take you to another level of understanding life, or a deeper level of understanding self. What do I mean by that? I think we've been given this beautiful opportunity. I've been reading a lot of posts on social media, and I'm not big on reading some posts because a lot of people are just sharing stuff, allowing themselves to get stuck in the what is. And when you start studying the law of attraction, the understanding how vibration and energy works, some of the quantum sciences, you get energy can only match up with energy that's vibrating at the same resonance. It's a universal law, it's a scientific fact. It just is what it is. So when you're kind of bummed out and stuff like that, you will only in that moment perceive through your energy that you're looking through and vibrating at that moment stuff that is of the same matching energy. So getting a little deep, trying to keep it as simple as it's been explained to me. Look, 3 guys that I love, if you want to follow 3 amazing guys. Joe Dispenza, teaching some phenomenal stuff about our body. Bruce Lipton, again, these guys have these guys started as scientists and have evolved into the spiritual understanding how it's all one and the same, just through different viewpoints. So Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and Greg Braden, 3 amazing guys that I think are doing, and there's a lot of brilliant people on the planet, but they're 3 of the main guys that I follow and have probably a big movement going with what they're teaching, and it's beautiful stuff. It's about living within harmony with everything. So I think with what's happened, I do believe we've been given this amazing chance now. From some of the posts I've been reading, people are commenting about things like more time at home with partners, kids, family members, people they care about, connecting with people more, connecting with themselves more time for meditation, more time for working out. Even though it might be at home, they're actually taking that time. There's a lot of people at the moment that aren't able to go to work because of the stuff and the bans, the self-imposed bans, which in itself are quite hilarious. Again, if you kind of go back through some of the statistics of, death rates from different things. What's currently happening, so out of proportion. Anyway, I want to come back to the whole thing of this. I believe the beautiful thing within this, like every situation, you can either look at it from the fucked up thing perspective that you're looking at it through, or you can reframe, come back to center, remembering too that our emotional stuff will give us our perspective on things. When we can release ourselves through that emotional stuff, it's not about not feeling, it's letting yourself feeling it and letting it go. You're not supposed to hold on to those feelings and, 5 years down the track still being fucking pissed off and mad at something. It's like, let that shit go. Seriously, if you're still holding, and I know, man, because man, did I used to do that. Whew, and the amount of wasted energy and the persecution to my body from holding on to that energy, it's not good. It's not good. So if you're struggling with it, check in. Follow some of my posts and some other stuff. There's lots of people sharing some beautiful, amazing stuff to help you release things, to help you evolve more into yourself, to help you trust yourself more. So I believe we've been given this brilliant, wondrous opportunity as people on this beautiful planet, Mother Earth, this planet that we need. It doesn't need us. Please understand that. The planet doesn't need us. We need it. It is our home. We're human beings on planet Earth. End of story. Doesn't matter what color your skin is, doesn't matter how short, tall, what body size you got, whether you can see, whether you can't see, whether your ears are long, whether your hair's short. Makes no freaking difference. Human beings having an experience on planet Earth. So I think we've been given this brilliant, phenomenal, wondrous opportunity to actually connect with ourselves at a deeper, more evolved level here. What's that going to take? It's going to take probably a bit of self-realization from a lot of people. Look at what you've been doing up until this point. The system at play has us working fundamentally in the Western world, 40-hour week. We're told that for those 40 hours, you're allowed to have 2 days off. What the fuck? We're told when you go into a salary job, and look, there's nothing wrong with this stuff, but we need to tweak some shit here, people. We really do. There's some stuff seriously out of whack with our system. Is there corruption? Is there stuff like that? Look, I think there's always been that, but I also think like with anything, you've got to have the light with the dark. You've got to have the yin with the yang. There can't be one and not the other. However, we get a choice where we want to dance. We do. And it's as simple as that choice. Is it going to be easy? No. But it's simple as making a choice. And there's going to be a lot of times where we as people need to go deep and work on our internal stuff, work on our emotional baggage, work on clearing out, sometimes some deep stuff and some stuff that appears to be painful, but the release of it is freeing. It's just, will you ever finish working on your stuff? Guaranteed no. No, that's not what life's about. Life's about being as centered as much as we can, more often and for longer periods, recognizing that when stuff comes up, it's giving us an opportunity to go, you know what, I don't want to actually focus on that area. I'm being a bit negative in whatever way. I want to come back to on center. I want to come back to this place of being happy, Are you going to be happy all the time? No, it's not about that. It's not even balance. It's about, I believe our role is to kind of work on our emotional stuff. Stuff happened in our childhood. Stuff happened for us, to serve us, to help us become better versions of ourselves. I look at stuff that happened with my family, and it's not about knocking my mum and dad. Beautiful people, they did the best with the tools available to them and where they were in their emotional state in those times. Have they given me some phenomenal gifts within their stuff and their mess ups? Absolutely. And that's given me stuff to work on things with my communication that I'm super passionate about. Teaching stuff to other people, helping people understand things at a better level so that they can evolve and then wake up to their brilliance. So I think with what's happened on the planet, we've got this chance now to actually make better choices, to actually stop, reevaluate some stuff. Is what I'm doing serving me? Have you spent the last 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years doing the same job, the same stuff, the same habitual things day in, day out without actually evolving and getting better. Going home to potentially the same partner or the same house or the same situation. When was the last time you did some emotional work on yourself? When was the last time you meditated? When was the last time you actually got off and actually maintained, not just did, a routine of health, fitness, well-being, longevity, tweaking your diet? Like, I'm in pretty good shape. I turned 50 in a few months. And I'm fucking stoked about that. I could give a rat's ass what my age is. The hair goes different though. Anyway, stay with me here. It's just they're just numbers. It depends how you feel. I believe we're infinite beings. We are spirit having a human experience. And for most of us, for what we've been told in this moment, the human experience is the be-all and end-all of life in the universe. It's just not true. It's not true. The people out there that believe there's nothing else out there, go and watch the first Men in Black movie. You know, there's some stuff in there that's not fictional, even though it's portrayed as fictional. It's not. Look at some stuff like The Matrix. There's people out there wanting to control other people. It just is what it is. I think there always has been, and there probably may be in the future. But I also believe that these people are there to help us. They're there to show us probably the shadow side of life, the side of life that's, stuff that you don't want, to then help you, remember this and hear this please, to help you focus on what you want. It's not what I want for you. It's not what your mother wants for you. It's not what your partner or your kids wants for you. It's what you want for you. End of story. If you like stuff about yourself, do more of that. If there's stuff about you behaviors and the way that you are in certain situations and around certain people, and you don't like that, great. Acknowledge it. Be okay with it. Don't give yourself a hard time because you fuck up stuff when you do that, and you counteract what you're actually wanting to do is improve and evolve. Giving yourself a hard time brings your energy really low. All right, when you've given yourself a hard time, do you feel like, yeah, I'm feeling really good? No, I guarantee you don't. You probably feel like absolute fucking shit. You're feeling down yourself, your energy's low, you probably feel this tension in your face and your shoulders and your body. You probably find that your body is stooped, whether you're sitting or standing. Don't do that. Let it go. Acknowledge where you're at. Going, you know what? I'm actually feeling kind of fucked off today. I'm feeling pretty pissed. Let yourself sit in that. There's another guy, if you want to follow, does some great releasing in this. His name's Kyle Cease. He was the guy that, what was one of the movies he's been in? 10 Things I Hate About You. And he played the character, I've gone blank. Anyway, the great thing about it is he's doing some really cool stuff as well. Kyle Cease. Anyway, and look, there's lots of people sharing this beautiful information. So don't give yourself a hard time. Acknowledge where you're at, whether you're happy, not happy, pissed, upset. Acknowledge it. Sit in it for a little while and then let it pass. The sitting in the emotion and acknowledging it, letting yourself feel it, lets it move through your body. You're not supposed to keep it into the cells of your body and keep that stuff in there. So where things are at the moment, please take some time to just sit in your own thoughts, sit in your feelings. Look at how you've been doing life in every area of your life, in your relationships, in your finances, in your health, in your work, in your career, in your breakthrough things you want to achieve, in your